Money Smart Audiobook Chapter 1. How a flat tire affected my finances. Let me tell you the story of how a flat tire affected my finances. I used to own a Ford Mustang, but I didn't drive it much, especially during the pandemic period. I work from home. My wife worked from home too, since the stay-at-home order started in March 2020. So we had 2 cars parked in our garage, and most of the time we drove our hybrid Volvo as it has lower mileage and uses less fuel. So I rent out the Mustang through Turo, an Airbnb-like platform for cars. During summertime, my convertible Mustang was exceptionally popular. I've got many guests who rented my car to tour around Oregon. Some of them are Portlanders who would enjoy a sports car with the roof down to take to the coast. Many were from other states who visit Portland for business or leisure. One day I found that a tire was flat completely. I had to fix it immediately because there would be a guest coming for the car the following day. So I pumped the tire with my portable inflator and drove it to the Ford service center. They found a nail and patched the hole and didn't charge me anything for the fix since I got my regular service done there. The following morning, a husband picked up my car happily, but a moment later he texted to inform me of the low tire pressure. Oops, the same tire was still leaking. I offered to let him change the tire and I would reimburse the cost, but due to time constraint, he just turned back and returned the Mustang. Then I had to call up Turo to cancel the trip so my customer would get a full refund. It is a small inconvenience for the renter and his wife. He might be disappointed as he wished to bring his wife to the beach on a convertible. Due to a leaking tire, we had to cancel the trip and I lost the income of about $150. Frankly, it is not a big deal, but the incident got me associating it to personal finance. I regularly use the metaphor of a car representing your personal finance. A car runs on 4 wheels. The wheels symbolize incomes, expenses, assets, and liabilities. To get the car to run fast and stable, you need all 4 wheels to run smoothly. The money smart people take good care of each wheel so that they can get to the destination called financial success. When you run on a flat tire, you hear a grinding sound coming from your car. It might start slowing down and your steering will feel off. If you continue to drive with a flat tire, it not only damages your vehicle, but it also compromises your safety. When my Mustang got a flat tire, the asset wheel was off. I got to fix it fast because it affects the potential income. Similarly, if you acquire a terrible asset, or rather a liability, it impacts your income. For example, if you bought a house that you won't be staying in and you couldn't find a tenant for an extended period, your cash flow is directly affected. Not only that you don't derive any revenue from the property, but you also need to fork out additional expenses for the mortgage commitment and property taxes. So what could have been an extra income had turned into a recurring cost. Subsequently, a supposedly income-generating asset became a money-sucking liability. The moral of the story is that you would want to keep good assets with you. Review your portfolio periodically. If you find non-functioning assets and liabilities, repair it or get rid of it if necessary. When you have a punctured tire, you will get it fixed as soon as possible. I wish you also had the same mentality regarding your finances. If there is an unused gym membership, why not discard it now? If you find a terrible stock in your portfolio that is making losses year after year, why not sell it and use the fund to purchase a productive company's shares? To accumulate wealth effectively, optimize the functionality of these 4 wheels: incomes, expenses, assets, and liabilities. Hopefully, this book can help you in optimizing these areas. Just to demonstrate the power of being financially savvy, let me elaborate further on how I got to use the Mustang literally for free. I bought the Mustang on full loan without any down payment. The total installments in a year are around $5,267. By renting it out through Turo, I got a net operating cash flow of $2,460 in 2019 after paying Turo fees. However, that business operation of car rental resulted in a loss of $2,428 in the year. The reason is that I got to claim the maintenance of the vehicle based on the mileage driven by guests. The USA IRS, aka income tax, allows 58 cents per mile deduction for the business use of a car. Although in the accounting book I recorded a loss, I had an advantage of using the loss to offset my other business income in the US. So I would pay less taxes for other businesses that are profitable. As a result, I could use my Mustang most of the time for meager costs. I could drive it about 300 days out of the year. In 2019, my real cost of owning a sports car could be as little as $2,000. In fact, I recouped this $2,000 from the car equity when I sold it in November 2020. So considering all these benefits, I get to use a sports car literally for free. I just demonstrated the power of being financially savvy. You too can benefit tremendously when you acquire the wisdom. If you think this trick is awesome, keep reading to find out the money tips I share with my readers from Malaysia. You might find some hidden gems that you can apply immediately to your life. By the way, I was born in Malaysia, totally a Malaysian, although at the time of writing this, I'm residing in the USA. I spent the greater half of my life growing up in Sungai Petani and later building a career in Penang and Kuala Lumpur. I just moved to Portland, Oregon, USA since 2018 to experience living in a foreign country. Enough about me, let's explore what are the crucial financial wisdom that set up somebody for financial success. Education is the key. But what kind of education? I used to believe that academic high flyers are destined for success until I met many of my schoolmates after decades since graduation.